Okay, our next spark is titled Tough People Cry by Matt Basquez. Matt is lovingly known as a human army knife and jack of all trades. He's a life coach, a father, an entrepreneur, a handyman, an athlete, and a spider killer. Welcome, Matt.
Thank you. Tough people cry. Yeah, we've all heard it. Why are you crying? What are you crying for? Quit crying. Crying's for the soft, the weak. I know I've heard it before. We've all heard there's no crying in baseball. So we've all been told many times that babies cry, weak people, soft people. Well, today I want everyone to know that's not necessarily true. Crying can be for tough people as well. Crying can help you embrace your tears. Embracing your tears will help you have a better quality of life and make you tougher. So embrace your tears, get tougher, and get stronger. There's a few things that can bring tears. Losing that soulmate that you spend so much time with, or losing your job, the one that you spent so many hours in, all that hard work, you have to start over, or maybe even just dropping your iPhone. All things that can bring tears. When you embrace your tears, you know you can actually get through a lot of things that you fear. Inside of you, there's some deep-rooted fears. They have to come out. They have to come out. When you're holding on to them, you won't let them. So learning to embrace your fears and come face-to-face with them, you can actually release them because you're going to get clarity, you're going to get faith, it's also going to give you strength. That's becoming pretty tough if you ask me. Tears will start the uprooting process of your deep-rooted fears. So when something's deep enough, you actually have tears behind it. So I've always heard that tears are like a shower for the soul. So just like water can cleanse your body, water can wash away streets and rivers and do other things. It can bloom flowers and it can soften the hardest of hearts. So don't let those tears fall for no reason, friends. Don't let those tears fall in vain. You should always let your tears fall for other reasons and give you strength. Use those tears for strength. Don't let them fall in vain. So if things come up, I promise you on the other side of those tears, you'll always have clarity, you'll always have strength, you'll always have fears. I say this because I recently had a time in my life where I needed tears to get me through something. As bad as I wanted to crumble up and fold up and not work, I knew my weakness wouldn't get me through it, but my strength would. So I pushed through it and I let that happen. And without that breakdown, that release, I would have never had the rainbow. Rainbow was so vivid, so bright. I saw so many beautiful things afterwards. I saw that I needed that release. If I never had that release, I'd never have that rainbow. I'd never have those dark clouds out of my life. And yeah, even the toughest man to ever walk the planet cried. And no, I'm not talking about Chuck Norris, but even Jesus wept. So if the Son of God can cry, then I'm most certainly not above it. So let crying help you embrace and acknowledge the beauty and joys of life. It's just another way to look at it. If you're not being strong and tough, you can always embrace life and let tears show. Knowing that the greatest things in life always bring such a high intensity of emotion that there's going to be tears behind it. So knowing that you can fully embrace life by shedding a few tears, that's a beautiful thing. Like I remember the first time I saw my child being born, meeting that baby that I waited my whole life to meet, there was tears. Or seeing your beautiful bride walk down the aisle, there's tears. Or working so hard at a sport or thing, something that you've worked so hard your whole life at, to get and you finally receive it. Like those athletes that work so hard, they shed tears of joy. You think they're fully embracing life? You think they're fully embracing the joys of life? It's of my opinion that if you're holding on to something too tight, if you're holding on to something close, just like tears, you're not allowing yourself to receive something better. so let it go. If I can leave you with a few things: 1, let it out, don't tough it out. 2, don't cry in vain, use it for strength. 3, tears will help you embrace the joys and wonders of life. And lastly, of course, there's crying in baseball, or anywhere else you want it to be. Thank you for calling us. Live well.
So very